Welcome, folks. Leica is often accused of being kind of a one-trick pony and too old-fashioned, which is kind of ironic because I think they have the most diverse and most interesting range of cameras on the market today. First off, you've got the SL range of mirrorless workhorses, and that includes the SLS video-centric model. They also have digital instant cameras like the SOFOR 2, which is using an Instax film. You've also got the CL APS-C cameras and S-range medium format that have both been discontinued. They also have micro four thirds covered with the deluxe fixed zoom camera. Of course, the wildly successful full-frame Q series of compact cameras that currently have the Q3, the Q3 monochrome, and also the Q3 43mm variant. And then the legendary, timeless M range, which has remained almost unchanged for over 70 years. And now that classic M camera has been given a modern twist as well, introducing the Leica EV1. But what actually is this thing? Is it just a way for aging M users to be able to go on shooting as their eyesight gets worse? Is it a gateway drug for Q system users to get into the M range of cameras? Or is it now, without the rangefinder, just a boxy, expensive, manual focus only, no video features, mirrorless camera that really doesn't have a place in 2025. I've been shooting with this guy for a couple of weeks now, both here in Hong Kong, over in Australia, going to the zoo and traveling around in nature. And one thing I can tell you for sure, it's not the camera I thought it was going to be. Ever wondered how professional photographers work alongside modern adult content creators to make truly unique content? My new course teaches you exactly that, how to capture creator-led photography and video that's intimate, expressive, and fits within the creator's aesthetic and branding, all in a fun and professional way. This is the first time I've created a course aimed at this level of content. You can see full details below. So let's talk first about what this is and objectively the parts that make it up. So this is basically based off an M11, like famous for repurposing old cameras to be special editions, that kind of thing. In this one, they have taken out the rangefinder system, the thing that to some people was the heart and soul of the M system, and put in a 5.76 million dot EVF. That's the same one you'll find in the Leica Q. It's got the 60 megapixel backside illuminated CMOS sensor from the M11, the hybrid mechanical and electronic shutter, obviously the iconic and unchanged M mount for mounting your lenses. So it's a Leica M, but with an EVF only, or as some Leica purists have called it, it's a Leica M for traders. I'm sure if some of them actually get past their own bias and try one, they might find that it actually suits their needs. But to those people who say that this is no longer really a Leica, think about it this way. It's $9,000, it's manual focus, and it's lacking a bunch of other features. It's definitely a Leica. No one else could charge that. So look, when this was announced and as I first got hands-on with it, I genuinely thought, and I don't think I'm alone on this, that this was Leica's perfect trap for luring Q shooters across to the M system. Keep the EVF that they love and that they're used to, give them that tactile experience of being engaged by pulling focus with the M lenses, and then it introduces them to a whole new world of lenses. And let's face it, that's where Leica makes so much of their money. 28mm Summilux lens, for example, for M, costs more than the entire Q3 camera and lens included. So surely then, this is the perfect lure for Q shooters to come to M. Well, apparently not. From what I've heard and from early sales reports, it's not Q users who are buying these cameras, it's existing M customers who are buying this as a second camera, or third, or fourth, or fifth camera. And when I thought about it more, that actually makes perfect sense. And yes, for what it's worth, a manual focus 50mm f1.4 is the perfect lens for taking photos of animals at the zoo. Yes, the images you're seeing here, a lot of them have been cropped, but we have a 60 megapixel sensor, so we can do that. Just because you have the cash for a Leica Q doesn't mean that you want to spend 3 or 4 times that much on a complete new system of a camera and a couple of lenses and everything that goes with that. So maybe there is too high of a barrier for Q users to actually consider this guy. Whereas if you're an existing M shooter, you probably have several different bodies, several different lenses, the GDP of a small country worth of different accessories, a $400 strap that looks like a shoestring, and all the other things that go along with it. And for them, M shooters, this can actually solve some real problems for them. Maybe their eyesight isn't what it used to be, same as mine, and this lets you overcome that with an EVF. It also means that your ultra-wide lenses aren't going to be giving you overlap on the viewfinder, or that really long lenses are much easier to use because you're not just relying on a little box in the viewfinder to show you what you're actually framing. And then your faster lenses like an f1.0 or an f0.95, you have a much higher hit rate of actually getting things in focus when you can see it through the viewfinder in a TTL way rather than relying on rangefinder. And if you already own an M kit, then this solving some of those problems is a relatively inexpensive addition to your overall kit. I say relative, we're in the headspace of Leica right now. It's still a crazy expensive camera. Look, the focus aids of the EV1 do make it much easier to nail the shot, to be able to zoom in and use focus peaking. I'm sure you'll find that your strike rate goes up over just relying on traditional rangefinder, but it's not perfect. The EV1 proves one thing, if nothing else, that getting old doesn't have to be such a bad thing. It may actually mean that you get sharper images at the end of the day, thanks to these focusing aids compared to your previous cameras. If I were buying an M camera in 2025, actually it probably would be the EV1. And I know Leica purists from around the world just clutch their pearls and gasp. The truth is, rangefinders just don't really speak to me. I do love the process of pulling the image into focus and how it engages you in it, and it's especially nice on these old lenses. But whilst it may be a Leica aesthetic to have your images centrally composed and slightly out of focus as a form of fine art, if I were dropping 15 grand on a Fast 50, I actually want some of my images to be in sharp focus. Having said that, I'm not in the market for an M camera at this point, and my budget doesn't go for $15,000 prime lenses. Having said that, if they release this in olive green, I'm done for. So what about you? Is this a smart modern take on a classic that opens it up to more users and brings it forward to 2025? Or is it ripping the soul out of what was maybe the only thing that made these cameras special? Let me know as a comment below. You can check out all my different downloadable courses as well as Patreon cut at the link in my bio below. Cheers, guys.